Hey, can you guys hear this audio right now? I'm getting set up on a whole new computer right now. For some reason. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. Every time I set up Twitch for the first time with, thank you. That's why I asked for a quick check. Is this any better? Awesome. Alright, we'll do one more thing here. I'm gonna try to get some music going for everyone. And then we will get some stuff going. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna be, let's see here. Firing up some modern Goryo secrets. If you type !deck, you'll see it should be there. Oh, nice. This late? What time does LGS stuff start tonight? Okay, so... Oh, okay, you're just leaving it up for later. Got it. That sucks that it didn't fire. Did I just create 2 music audio streams, or is it okay? I just want to make sure I don't have overlapping music on your end. Yeah, I'm not surprised games and stuff is kind of like that. Awesome, thanks man, I appreciate you checking. Alright, I'm gonna do a couple things here, we're gonna fire up some games. Alright, let's get this cranking. I will have to step away at some point just for a couple minutes because kids like to say goodnight to their dad, but otherwise, I got nothing going on tonight, so let's do it. Alright, so here we go. I know you, Dad's Af, have seen this deck list pretty well. Is it Joda Hay? I don't know. Have you seen this deck list before? I'm not sure. I just want to make sure that you get a chance to talk about it, look at it before we fire up the stream if you want to, and if not, no big. Are they still loud? I made a change on it. Thank you for calling that out, man. Let's see here. Man, I cranked that volume way down, but I'm just gonna turn it down to almost 0 for now. Oh, you saw the Twitter already? Cool. I just put that up. Did I tweet twice? That would be dumb. I might have. It's been one of those kinds of days. Okay, no, I didn't. Very cool. Alright, well, we're gonna get this cranking. and go to a modern, the league thing, so we actually get real matches. We're gonna play this list. Cool. So before we go, we'll do view deck one last time. So how much do you know about this list? Have you read the primer or looked at it, Joda? Or is this more just like something you saw and were curious about? Okay, yeah, it's basically the list hasn't changed, although I have done some experimentation. So real quick, over here I was testing this build out, which it basically converts over to white with a full Stoneforge package on the side. It was okay. What I really lost in that particular build is Mausoleum Secrets is really solid. Sideboard too, because it tutors up specific hate pieces or anti-hate pieces. And what I was finding is every time I drew this, I just didn't have anything to target with it. So it kind of didn't work as well as I'd hoped. So we'll see. I might continue to figure this out. I feel like there's something there. It just wasn't as seamless as I hoped it would be. So either way, let's get cranking here. But basically, because the main deck is effectively mono black, the only colored card at all that matters is the Beseiju. So like if somebody main decks a Cage or a Relic or their Soul Guide Lantern, especially on Saga decks, having that Beseiju is nice. It's also insurance against Tron, but it really doesn't do much. It really is there more to make sideboarding simpler for post-board games. So we can go basically any second color. Red doesn't really make a lot of sense unless you want to run Through the Breach, which I think is an error. Green does a lot, which is why we're on green right now. Blue has some arguments to it. We can run some counters, some cheap interaction, some bounces, and potentially even some card draw. And there's even the cute like Jace Vryn's Prodigy option at that point, which kind of gets me going. But again, we might run into the issue where Secrets really just tutors black cards effectively. So red doesn't make sense unless you're Through the Breach. Blue makes sense. Green makes sense. White, I tried. I'm still not convinced that white is there unless we want to go Monastery Mentor. So white, blue, black, or white, blue, green. Yeah, Veil it is. The only reason that I'm not as convinced with Veil being so critical in this particular build, it's actually probably one of the worst sideboard cards, weirdly. And part of that is because game 2, we're not as focused on the combo. We tend to lean a little bit more into the Asmo Saga grind. And we have so much discard that Veil doesn't protect us too much. So it really is just for like counters, because we have Leyline Sanctity against opposing discard. And it's a really good way to force the combo through, but you also have to deal with counters and hate in those matchups. So it hasn't performed as well as I'd like, but I still haven't been able to cut it. But it's certainly a real good card, and it's real sweet because sometimes you just open on Gemstone Caverns into Veil for their Thoughtseize or whatever, and that's always a feel-good moment. So there's play there. Abrupt Decay is weirdly one of the best sideboard cards here. I know that's like one of our only few green cards. And then the extra Beseiju. Because what happens post-board is we're generally going to be on the draw, so we generally keep in the gemstones, but I generally either shave a Saga or just bring in and go up a land. Because a lot of the times... okay, he's on his 2-2 match. Let's see what happens here. So we have 2 out of 3 pieces here, and 2 redraws. I'm generally inclined. Less Veil for you. I didn't say I'm cutting him. I said it's the worst card of the 75, or worst card in the sideboard. Although Fatal Push is up there. We're gonna keep this. It's not stellar. What I'm generally gonna do though is I'm gonna cycle both of these with the intent that I really want to get to a Mausoleum Secrets, and this puts 2 guys in the bin. And I'm really looking for an Asmo or... so... that, to me... not a lot of decks are running this except for... rhinos, I think. So it could be, I don't even know what's running that. Let's see. I mean, obviously we are, but we're degenerate nonsense. So let's go here. Let's see, modern. I really don't run into this card very often. Oh, it could be Prisontron. Calibrated Blast, Prisontron. There's a few options, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, my first read was Rhinos, but there's actually a number of builds that are kind of popular right now that are running it. So we're going to go ahead and cycle first. Lord. See, this makes that card real fucking good right now. And that's why we're running Funeral Charm. Because now we get to hope this isn't Prisontron. We can tutor up Funeral Charm or Goryos depending on what we need. Oh wait, we have Goryos right here. Alright, so Blood Moon, which is actually mostly fine. I don't really care about Blood Moon. So my debate here right now. Yeah, you are wrong. It's. I mean, I guess Rhinos does run Violent Outburst, and sometimes they run a single basic, but I don't think they run a single basic mountain. Let's find out. So my debate here, though, just for context, is waiting on this for the secrets to get. Oh, I'm not on the Malakir Rebirth plan anymore. I cut that. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and grief, see what's going on, see what we need to be playing around. Because if there's land destruction here, we want to avoid that now. Because that will hurt us. Oh. That's not good for us. That's quite bad, actually. So we need to hope they whiff. Game 2 gets a little better, but that's not great for us. This deck is so... Yawn. But we don't have to give away much information at this point. Because he knows we're an Asmo deck, and that's about it. So we're just going to hope he whiffs. He's probably not going to. All right, you know what? Yeah, it performs. So he doesn't have any more. We have to pray to hit an untapped. I'm trying to think if there's anything we can grab here that doesn't. Yeah, I think we just got to play to get something on the board now. So we're gonna minimize giving away information by grabbing Funeral Charm. And our goal here is to grab a land and hope that I actually don't think we have any plays at this point. Now game 2 and 3, this gets a lot better for us. All right, we're gonna go ahead and scoop here because he's got this. This is quite good. This is oddly good. And against this, and this is fine for grief. What we want to do against this particular deck is obviously mull to a ley line or mull to something that starts giving us life to get above 20 as quickly as possible. For the most part, that's all that I care about. Profane Tutor tends to be a little bit slow, but we don't want to cut them all. I'm not big on Street Wraith here. I'm not big on Thought. Oh, Thoughtseize is fine. I'm thinking more of a burn deck. Let's see here. Everything else is actually quite good. We're going to be on the play, so we're going to cut a Gemstone. We'll replace it with Beseiju, even though we don't care about the effect. We care about the untapped green mana for the other Beseiju, weirdly. I don't see much else to... Oh, yeah. I'm going to go down one here. We will cut the Funeral Charm. And I actually don't think we care about Asmo too much. It is a tutor for our cookbook, but we're already tutoring for something that's going to like shut down the game in a lot of ways. Yeah, I'll take this. This is a fine hand. This is doing the thing we want to do. And it's doing it effectively. without losing any life, so I will take it. Now, hopefully they don't end up on like Leyline of the Void or some shit because we don't have any answer to that in hand. Nor do we have their own Leyline in hand, but we'll see. I found this matchup to be kind of coin flippy because we play kind of like a similar style of combo deck, but we can interact with our combo a little bit better. So, you know. So what is their main interaction post board? Calibrated Blast looks like... basically nothing relevant. Just one Bajuka Bog, which they can't even... And this, which I don't care about at all. And the Bajuka Bog... they can't... There's no way for them to instant speed it out. So that's fine. Oh yeah, dude. Like when you put a new Dragon Shield deck together, it's pretty funny. They're slippery, slidey all over the place. This is all quite good, and what we're gonna actually do with that Nephalia Academy, there's a couple options here. So I'm realizing that this is gonna seem like a crazy play, but I don't see any reason to turbo out Gristlebrand here because we're not gonna draw 7 and go back to 20. What I'm actually inclined to do here is basically just suspend Profane Tutor and then start gaining life, and then probably next turn we're going to swing, because what we want to really do is be able to besiege you that before going into Griefs, or find an Emrakul. And if I can find an Emrakul in 2 turns, I think we're in better shape than if we Gristlebrand right now. So by getting that Emrakul 2 turns from now, they're unlikely to kill us right here because they have no direct damage. They've only got 3 cards in hand. They can Calibrated Blast if they want. We'll start gaining 3 a turn. The flashback turn is scary, but I think we're 1 turn ahead of that. I could be wrong. So it's going to be now that they can cast it if they have it, which it doesn't even look like they do. So that's cool. And we're just going to start working on gaining life while we wait for this to come off suspend. I am not going to shock here. I don't care about the construct too much. That'd be nice to have mana for, but... And what we're going for is we're going for the Emrakul kill next turn. Because that is much more effective. Unfortunately, we'll lose this Gristlebrand in the bin. Kinda sucks. The other argument is we could end step this guy, swing, and look for something, but I just don't see a great argument to do that. Now we're just animating this guy. I'm gonna wait for this to swing, and then I'm gonna Gristlebrand, draw, gain 7, lose 7, have a fresh 7, and a Profane Tutor coming off suspend here. I think that's the way I want to play this. It stops them from having 2 damage. They can't do anything in response, realistically, because everything is above 3 CMC. And we just say, okay. Yeah, okay. That was just dumb. Great. This is the, like, I'm not here to vent, but this deck is so fucking... boring. There's just no dynamic decisions they made. They slam. It's like less interactive than Burn. They just slam the same exact spell 1 or 2 times and the game is over. I think they scooped there because they realized that their deck was trash. realistically, I don't know. If they had drawn in a calibrated, I mean, yeah, they probably should have scooped, honestly, man. I'm sorry to say it. I'm actually gonna go down on a shock post-board here. Because we don't really have a strong need for it. Deck is trash. It's trash that wins sometimes, but it's trash. But to be fair, an argument can be made that this deck is trash as well. I'll take this. It's not perfect. We even cut one of these, but this makes it very reasonable for us. And they just bring in Besage used for that, right? Oh shoot, I meant to click that. That was dumb. It is my trash. I can't argue with that. So I don't really want to play any untapped lands, but I want this castle a bench. Do I care? I think we're just gonna do this. So they still have to deal with our ley line before they can do anything, or they can play some really bad creatures. We're gonna start going above 20 here in just a minute, so they're gonna have to deal with our ley line and then cast and recast it through discard here in a minute. Although that I'm shocked. Oh, okay, we're just doing that. That's fine. Yeah, don't care. I mean, admittedly, taking 2 a turn is not ideal with the kind of hand we have, but we're gonna gain 3 a turn if all goes well. So I'm also going to do something that seems kind of strange here. Because we don't have a card advantage or a way to recur anything off of this cookbook right now, I'm actually going to bin the Grief with the intention of being able to tutor up a Surgical if we draw a Secrets. Because we're not going to be able to discard their interaction for Leyline anyways. And we're 2/3 of the way there, which is phenomenal. I think I'm gonna just play an untapped land for now, or not an untapped land, but a painless land, and we'll just keep forcing them to swing for 2 and do nothing, which is fine. They do have 1 Otawara in their board. So, okay, this is fine. Yeah, I think this is okay. Castle Logwain, dude, so the thing is, you play a deck that has main deck life gain and can grind quite well, but then just win out of nowhere. It it just has completely blown me away with how good it is in this particular deck. Alright, that'll work. I'm gonna have to shock here, which sucks, but now we don't have to worry about this guy, which means he has to have another answer for us. We do want to play that out in case we need to do anything to kill it. It's not so much that it's bananas in this, it's basically free in this though, because we're mono swamp. If you do end up in a grindy state like we're about to end up in, I think, you'll start to see, if I can find another black source at least, why it has value. It's like maybe 1 in every 20 games where it really truly matters, but those 1 in 20 games, it really matters. And if he kills this, we do have the Goryos to get it back. Not that that's great for a single turn, but it does come up once in a while. Cool, and now we just have stabilized the board. That's a decent card. What do you guys think? Yeah, I mean, free with upside is... It's not free, though. You have to pay some life for it, and that's... yeah. Alright, man, well... oh, hey, what's up, dude? We're about to do the dumb stuff with and show you guys how this basically is like a mini Children of Corliss, which is real fun. You're walking the dog at the wrong time, my dude. We're about to do the thing. Surge? Yeah, okay. And the thing is, I don't even know if we're... Oh, what are we doing here? Adawara? Okay. That's some weird timing to me. No, there is some down... Oh, wow, we're doing it at this guy? I mean... Alright, I'll draw some cards. Emrakul, please, one time? I'll draw more. We're gonna chance it here. He can't even target us. Oh, that's why he timed it here. I think that's fine. But we'll still be able to gain 2 if we want. We don't really want to go to 3 here because there is too much risk. So yeah, we'll just let this go. That is fine. And we'll just do it again. Cool. So we'll gain a bunch of life. Okay, they're done. I'm gonna go say goodnight to the kids really fast. I'm hoping that so heads up to chat, the transition between screens is a little crazy. I'm gonna transition over. But you just missed G, dude. What'd I miss? But I gotta step away for 2 seconds. I'll be back. It won't be long. So, and if the audio is really loud between transitions here, please let me know. I'm really sorry if it is.
Stories that we see, someone's waiting to be told. Acting compasses the lane. We watch the scenes we live unfold. they say. Like someone's waiting to be told. The act encompasses the blame. We watch the scenes we live unfold.
All right. Sorry about that, everyone. All right. So we're off to a reasonable start. That was just, you know, calibrated blast. Give it a second here. Just gotta throw this here. Alright, let's get cranking again. We are back and we are up for it. I think I understand what you're saying. You're basically saying that there's Gristlebrand, it binned itself again. This iteration has been the one that's been really crushing. So I'm 3-0, 3-0 the last 2 evenings that I went to go to Modern locally. And I've run like 3 or 4 4-1 leagues, a 1-3-2, and then there was like a 2-3. So whatever that adds up to, but it's been solid. I'm still trying to get that trophy with it. But it puts up like it's one of those decks that you kind of play and you feel that it has a lot of power, but it's more consistent than it should be. And it's just a matter of figuring out what either missing pieces are there or just continuing to play it until you have like that lucky streak. But it's close. It's close to being there. We don't have a great matchup against Grixis Shadow and Black Red like Rock, because they both interact with everything we do and they do so very efficiently, which is their natural build. So those 2 decks kind of screw us, but everything else is pretty even to decent. I don't know this guy, so let's see what we got. Kind of, except I also still fire up Legacy periodically. But yeah, I definitely want to. Alright, this hand kind of sucks a lot. But it sucks less than other possible hands. So, or going to 5. And we have a game plan. We have a backup game plan that constructs into fatties. And I don't really see any reason to hang on to the polluted delta here. So we're just going to lead on Thoughtseize. Our game plan is to get this, cranking out constructs, disrupt their game plan. Next turn, we're going to drop this, tutor, so we have 2 parts of the package anyways while we're building that construct and disrupting them. So we're basically going to go Thoughtseize, suspend, make some constructs, have a tutor come off suspend right as we get our cookbook. And at that point, we probably or may have drawn into one of our other pieces, so we just need the tutor for the very last piece. This hand actually kind of illustrates the consistency of the deck, in that we're going to be having a proactive game plan, building out something that's effective, while also effectively tutoring for our pieces and threatening a really backbreaking combo. So they're on 4, which means they're either Tron or just had a really rough hand. Okay, so Dredge. That's fine. I'm cool with this. We basically bought a turn. Unfortunately, this doesn't help us because we don't main deck any utility pieces. But we're going to scare him into thinking we do. And this is one of those decks where they can get our life total down pretty fast if they have a good draw. Interesting timing here, I won't lie. But okay. Yeah, see, this is why this is a tough matchup. We really want to find an Emrakul. Even though they can build up from it, they don't always have the speed at that point. So I think constructs are going to be too slow in this particular situation. We're probably going to lose this particular game, but which stinks. But you know, they don't have anything other than this guy, so I wish I had an answer for it, but I don't. That could have been worse for us, for sure. Maybe not. We're screwed. Wow, that's one of the worst dredges I've seen. We might have a shot here. Alright. So we have a cookbook coming. And we have another one coming off suspend next turn. We already have an oval chase. I think I'm going to grab an Emrakul because that's the one thing that could potentially lock them down. I think that's the only real answer right now because we basically want to try to win the game. All right, that's fine. I accept. This isn't a lights out situation, but what it does, it prevents them from recasting Ox, which is relevant and allows us to gain some life while we have another thing coming off suspend next turn. Which I'm probably actually just going to grab an Asmo because we can start locking down the board while we generate basically infinite constructs. So we're not going to try to do a second combo unless something really changes our mind. We're just going to start gaining life and working on controlling the board. So we're going to do that. They've had some really bad dredges. If we snag this one, it's going to be like phenomenal and very lucky because we really shouldn't have won this game. Okay, that's kind of funny. I really wish we had a construct somewhere in there, but these coming off, all these coming off suspend really kind of gave us what we needed. And now we have a threat. We have a way to stop their threats. Yeah, we're gonna have to work through some stuff. Like these guys, like these are gonna tip it in their favor a little bit. But as long as they're dredging, they're not making land drops, which means we're in okay shape. Because Narcomoebas, these guys coming back, I don't really care about because we're making 3 treasures per turn. And I got to turn that always yield off if we do want to cast the Mausoleum Secrets. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. I didn't realize those were there too. Yeah. So do we have anything we can be doing here that's going to help us? Oh, those come in next end step. That's awesome for us, actually. It doesn't mean we're in great shape, but it is better than it could be. We really need, I think our main game plan here is we really need to just stall for a couple turns and get some constructs.
Seeing all the reasons we should forget about this place, but I don't wanna leave here if you're just gonna stay. Changing like the seasons, been wasting all this time, should be like satellites, casting
So we're going to take 3 here, but we can gain some next turn.
for another day. Riding these horizons, we'll find our way. We'll leave our fate and fade into the night.
All right, we actually, I don't know how, but we managed to snag that one. This deck is why we have these 4 cards here. Not Fatal Push, sorry. This deck and decks like it at least. So, snagging that one felt ridiculous. I actually need to go and see what Dredge runs in the sideboard right now. I think they're probably running Leyline of the Void, I'd guess, but I don't know. Stinkweed, Imp, Modern, Tournaments? People still running this in tournaments? Yeah, I guess so. 3 Leyline of the Void, so we want to Besage You. We can cut a Saga because it's not going to be great. Sometimes I run a Grafdigger's Cage or a Relic in here, but I haven't been recently because I haven't run into anything like this. Okay, so it mostly looks like 2 Leyline of the Void. And we're running 3, and I will take our fair game plan over theirs most of the time, which is a good reason to actually do this. Because they're not running any real hate for it. So we can go down. We're going to be on the draw. We can go down a shock. I don't really want a Thoughtseize here, and I actually don't really care about the grief for the most part. Like, that hurts our secrets, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice. Yeah, grief can pressure. Yeah, I gotta do it. I hate myself for keeping this, but the upside is too high. Because, like, worst case scenario is a turn 2 Asmo with 2 treasure tokens. Or food tokens, which is fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine. And that's our worst case scenario. But this gives us a fairish game plan, too. In a pinch, and they're going to 4 right now, and they're probably going to keep a Leyline hand. And if we can play through a Leyline, I think we'll be in great shape. So we're going to pitch to this, yeah, see? To this gemstone, we'll pitch the other cookbook. And we'll say go. Land? Alright, well. Like I said, worst case scenario, and we're going to see that worst case scenario potentially. But now we have a Mausoleum Secrets that will find us another Asmo if we need it too. Yeah, see, they don't have any real action either. So, begrudgingly, I think right here we're gonna start working towards getting rid of these 2 because we want to start building tokens for other game plans. And I don't think we're gonna actually get to the reanimation plan in this game. I mean, sure, we could draw Besage You, but we need to get lands plus Asmo on the battlefield. That kind of sucks. Well, so we're gonna bin. This becomes more immediately valuable if we Besage You. I wish I could tutor a land. That'd be real cool. All right, and now we're gonna just work towards getting the Shadow Spear on the Asmo. And yeah, I'm not thrilled, and I hope this isn't another World League Gaze. Cool. So they don't really have any action. Narcomoeba? Damn it. Alright, we are basically screwed at this point. So we kept a very fast combo that would not have gotten there, obviously. But I still think in a vacuum, if I saw that hand again, I would keep it here. Yeah, 4/2s can attack. Yeah, I get that. The issue is I was worried about getting in a position where we were taking on too much damage. Okay. So, I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna play. I don't really think we can win from here. We didn't disrupt their game plan at all. And we have basically lost both of ours because we don't have a whatchamacallit on the battlefield. But we're gonna try to gum it up a little bit and see what we can do here. And if we can find a saga, there's a hope. If we can build a big construct out of this board state, that could be fine. It's gonna take some work because we don't have a lot of draw to it. We only have a few turns to get there. But that's alright. I'm gonna bend this. I hate doing it, but I am. Alright. So now this outsizes this guy. No, and we're gonna sit back, trying to discourage the attack, which is potentially sub-ideal, but there we are. And they have any of those ghouls? No, okay. So it's okay. They're looking to do something here. I don't know what, but they are. That's not good for us. Yeah, I think we're pretty much donezo here. No, I'm gonna scoop it. Yeah, if we had had a fast construct there, I could have seen that working out for us. But we kept a one lander with the hope of the upside. We have the extra Beseiju. I think we just run it back as is. I don't see a strong... I understand the argument around Grief. But I don't... Well... Grief would have been stronger that game than Secret. So I'm actually going to do a 2-2 split. Or, not a 2-2, but like a 1-3 split. Or a 2-3 split. And this becomes less valuable if they're playing that game plan. This hand doesn't do anything. This hand kinda does. I'm not in love with it, but it does what we want it to do. It gets stuff, it gives us answers, it gives us a board state. I'm gonna keep this and I'm gonna get rid of this. No Leyline of the Void, so that's cool to see. So this is one of those turns where you're gonna see me suspend instead of play out Asthma most likely. Yeah, definitely gonna do that for sure. Not even up for debate anymore. And we're gonna end step discard one of these two on them. So we can, on our down turn, if we don't draw a land, we can play out an Asmo and have a food available. Okay. So we are in race mode for sure. That wasn't the best they could have done ever. So I like seeing that. And this is escape 8 other. And they don't have any way to get anything in the bin. They can't dredge, they can't cast they can't cast whatchamacallit, otherworldly gaze, so we don't actually want to put anything else in their bin for them right now. So I may not play out the Asmo, we will see. Okay. So does that change anything? So we do, there's a couple possibilities that I'm thinking about here. One is actually playing out the Shadow Spear and then the Asmo, but that requires me to discard the Gristlebrand, exposing it to a Surgical, which most dredge lists I'm seeing are not running. So if that's the case, what we can do is do all of that, which puts us in a position where next turn we can conceivably... Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm thinking about putting fucking Shadow Spear on a Gristlebrand that already has lifelink, because I'm stupid. But we're going to do that plan, because I can still get a Shadow Spear on Asmo, which matters. And it also gives us the ability to kill at least one creature hitting the board. And so if they do somehow get that Ox up and running, we can take care of it. Yeah, Shadow Spear is definitely, like, I was thinking it would be cool to put it on a Gristlebrand, but then I realized how absolutely stupid that is. But yeah, it's always good on Asmo in a pinch. Oh, smart players, smart. So part of me, the like, the troll part of me just wants to grab a Surgical here and make him, but he's just gonna do it again next turn. I think we just have to Goryo's here. Not that that matters at all. All right. So we'll get, oh, that's, this is so good right now. I love this shit. I'm sorry, guys. This is like, I live for this. All right, let's do all our things. Let's swing first, do that thing, get some life. This is so good. Like, okay. You got it, man. All right, so you got that. So first we're gonna do this. We'll sacrifice 2 foods. That's fine. Oh, fuck. I did not think about the 1 damage because I'm so stinking having fun. All right, that's fine, though. That's fine. It's fine, guys. That's a pretty crappy hand, though, which is awesome for us. All right. Yeah, I mean, we can start, like, controlling the board like crazy, and killing Gristlebrand and putting him back in the bin was good. Sure. Yes, we can do that for you. But I'm not, like, I think that was an egregious misplay. It was, but it's not something that is going to completely destroy us either. It's not going to help us. Yep, that's going to be a thing. But we still kind of have a good bit going on. Brings us back to 20. We still have a Shadow Spear on board. We're going to be able to make more constructs. I think we can actually even outgrind them at this point. Like, I just don't see much that they're going to do. Now, we got to play the balancing act of using these to kill creatures. these triggers, man. But we gotta balance using those for creatures and constructs at the same time. So let's see here. We're definitely gonna play out a cookbook. No, I don't think we do. I think we're actually gonna go. I just wish I had one more land. I want to suspend and lifelink this. Although we have so much board control that I think we can just afford to suspend. Do this. Make a few things. This is a pretty good example of how this deck can grind though. Like it's still doing the Asmo cookbook saga board control thing totally fine. We'll just kind of sit back here. We'll make them act first. I don't really care if we take a few hit or, you know, a hit for a bit. Because next turn we will, this is all fine. Like at some point we're gonna have to do a little bit of board control here, but we'll be making constructs next turn too. Another Ox probably. And they're gonna get through most of their deck here at this point. All of this is mostly okay. I'm not thrilled about it, but it's fine. And eventually they're gonna have to stop oxing. Well, I guess they don't have to, they can just natural draw. And I think we take the rest here, because we want to use our mana next turn, and I don't want to have to cast a second. Alright man, see ya dude. I don't want to waste the, yeah. Alright. Construct will come down next, this turn. Oh, that, never mind, we're good. So we'll just do that. If I had a land, I could put a Shadow Spear on Emrakul though. Okay, so we'll do this. Goryo's that. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. So there's not much they can do here. They have to lose too much. Okay, and then we just go... That guy's gone too. And I think we just chill. So we can clean up one of these. If they happen to get... Okay, they didn't get a Creeping Chill. I think we're okay here. Next turn we have a thing coming off Suspend. It's gonna be tight. Like, this is definitely a battle. But I think we're good because we're gonna be able to lifelink here and clean up the board. A part of me is considering just If we just surgical... I don't think there's anything to really surgical here that's gonna shore up the game. Because we can't come up the board enough to sufficiently guarantee it. We have to do the life link here. Then we kill one, we cast another Asmo, or leave a construct behind that's pretty big. I think I'm actually just going to grab, weirdly, I'm just gonna grab a surgical. And I should have grabbed a, whatchamacallit. Alright, so we're actually just gonna go ahead and make a big construct. Do we? I don't think so, actually. Yeah, it's gonna be weird, but I'm not. Because we can clean up 2 of these now. Gain 4. He loses that race, or they lose that race. Very much. And basically they're really trying for creeping chill at that point. And I think we just surgical those. He has no mana, so as long as we can keep this board race under control, which we definitively can. So we kill 2, surgical whatchamacallit. And there's not much he can do. Surgical. Oh, this gets exiled, so we actually have to. Oh, there's one right there. He discarded. Oh, he's got none in deck. Alright, we win this race then. I think. Like, yeah, I go to 6. But he has no way to deal me 3. Yeah, and then we just keep grinding through. So we are 2-0. Deck is functioning. That's pretty cool. I may wrap it up after this match. We will see. Yeah, I think, I mean, 2-0 again. This seems to be what happens. Somewhere around 2-0, 3-0, we tend to hit Black-Red or Grixis Shadow. And then things get a little hairy. Alright, let's see where this goes. Azax, I recognize that name. No, that's Azax, isn't it? Right. 3 out of 3 pieces just need a land, and we have a grief to hit them. I'm gonna do it because they tend to be on, according to this. Actually, they're all over the place, but it's still, the upside is too high, in my opinion, to say no to this kind of hand. It may be a mistake. We got 2 redraws. We have all the tutor pieces, or all the pieces. Oh shoot, I thought this was a, oh no, Goryo's right here. yeah, we have everything in hand to do everything we need to do, generally speaking. Now, we could just get totally nutted on by Neoform if that's what he's on. That's okay. So he is. So we're definitely going to turn 1 grief here. If we're not dead here. So we're not. Cool. Let's make this harder for him to win. Alright. That's a lot of damage to take to myself, but we'll cycle 2 of these, see if we get anything worthwhile. But we're gonna do this first. We'll go ahead and take the Chancellor, or not the Chancellor, the Eldritch Evolution. Yeah. Alright. And we're gonna wait on the cycle. We really need to hit a land though. This hand does not function if we do not hit a land. Alright, now we gotta start cycling, looking for lands. Fuck. We still have 1 more draw step to find a land. And we get to take this stuff. So let's go ahead and take his land. Oh man, the upside was there. It was the right call against this deck. If we don't draw it next turn, I'm gonna regret it, but I still stand behind it with that many redraws. And frankly, his deck's not doing much either. So, pray 1 time. Alright, well that's not quite it. But it gives us a land to start working with. Sort of. Holy guacamole, we have another draw step. And I don't think he's got it. Like, there's too many pieces. So I think that's what we know about, which is... Oh, there's a double chance. So we'd have 1 unknown. So it's going to be hard for them. Not impossible, but it's going to be hard. So now we know one of them, and they got another abundant harvest. Sweet. Alright, they're doing it again. Okay, so they got a Neoform now. We really need to hit that land so we can put them off mana for a significant period of time and just do it 1 more time. Please land 1 time. Please, deck. Please. God damn it. That's so frustrating. But at the same time, still think it was the right call. That sucks. We have basically lost at this point, but I'm not gonna feel too terrible about it. It just kind of is. Yeah, it sucks. He didn't beat us, we lost to ourselves. But at the same time, our opener had everything. Wow. And we're on turn 6 with, we had 3 Street Wraith. We're on turn 6 and we've only seen a single second Urza Saga. That's kind of absurd. Alright. Cycle these. I'm not gonna scoop though, just because like if they're not drawing it, we're not drawing it. We can find some griefs here. Still disrupt while working towards what we're doing. You might see an endurance right here. That's totally okay. That's where we want him to use the endurance, honestly. I am genuinely okay with that. That's as good as it gets. That kind of sucks. But yeah, we're kind of in a pickle here. Seeing this endurance is good though, because what that tells us is they use the endurance loop to win the game. Oh, I need to update the record. Holy shit. But that means they use the endurance loop to win the game. We're at 8. I don't know if, I mean, we'll go ahead and discard an Asmo. We're not going to give additional information about our deck. But this means our Leyline of the Void is actually kind of combo protection. It's not perfect, but it exists. And right now we just kind of look like Esper Food, which endurance is relevant against, don't get me wrong. But they don't know that they have to. Okay, we're going to go ahead and concede here at this point. Damn, that was just the worst. Alright, so we'll do this. Surgical is fine here. Pithing Needle is fine here. Beseiju does nothing really. And that's about it. These are a little slow. Funeral Charm's not super relevant. Owl Chase a little slow, and Street Wraith is fine. On the draw, we're not going to be a Saga deck against them under almost any circumstance. There we go, we have a record now. So, for anybody who just joined, we're against Ares Axe on Neoform. We had an awesome hand that was just short, that we needed 1 land. We had 6 turns to hit that land to just win on the spot last game. 6 turns with 3 extra redraws, and we never saw the extra land. But it was as good as we could have done. This doesn't do anything. Well, it does something, but it doesn't do it fast enough to have... Actually, if they have a slow hand. If we go Cookbook, discard Asmo, discard Asmo again, we can then turn into turn 3. So if they have a turn 1 or a turn 2, we lose. I think I'm willing to chance that. On the draw, I probably wouldn't chance this without a grief. Leyline of Sanctity is fine. That put him down even 1 more card. I'm cool with that. And I know it seems weird to be aggressively discarding into Asmo, or Asmo's into its own Cookbook, but we're not about board control here. We don't care about that 3 mana or 3 power on the board. We want Mausoleum Secrets to be relevant here. Now there's a chance that we run into endurance. That's really our worst case scenario here, but I think it's a chance we have to take. I'm getting vibes that he's gonna let this resolve. He's F6, okay. All right, we're jamming. It's gonna put him down 2 cards if it doesn't work. If he kept a Leyline of Sanctity, Endurance hand, that sucks for us, and we're gonna get got. Okay, so he's going for it, trying to find it. All right. So game 3, Neoform is probably. Now that they know what's up, I guess they're probably just going to go with their endurances that they have main deck, which is a 2 of. So I think we just need to more aggressively look for some sort of hate game, or some sort of hate. Yeah, I think I'm good with this plan generally. I'm going to be right back though. I had to use the bathroom before we get into this next game. All right. So I don't think we change anything, honestly. You know, we get got by endurance if we go down that road. We want to mold to some sort of hate, so discard or leyline, and we just say, hope you have it and hope you can't stop us. I'll bring it back to the gameplay. I mean, this has the pieces that we asked for, so we're gonna do it. He can still win from here, but we have a lot of good stuff. The debate I'm having... Yeah, we're gonna go and pop both of these out. Because I don't think they can combo without their graveyard. At least on this build. I could be wrong. Let's see here. Yeah, they can't. They have Mox Amber and they really can't do it. Yeah, see, they just burned 2 Chancellors on that. Oh, this is so good for us. Yes, this is awesome. We're gonna get there. Our deck's gonna look so fucking hot right now. We're gonna do everything this deck is supposed to do. And then we're probably gonna get got, but I mean, look at this. We've got all the pieces to control the board. We have interaction. I'm probably gonna wait one more turn for it. We've stopped their primary combo. They're gonna have a hard time. I'm not saying it's impossible for them to win because this deck is nutty. So we'll go ahead and play this out. Like, Force of Vigor kind of gets there, so I guess we'll go ahead and grief in a minute. But now they're not going to use their endurances except for reactively, which is nice. And yeah, Force of Vigor gets us here, but we're going to force them to use it if they have it, which they do. Oh. Alright, I mean, that kind of sucks, but I'm kind of okay with that too. Honestly. I mean, it's not ideal, but I don't care that much. So I wish he didn't have that Bale, obviously. But we know he's got 2 Chancellors. We know he doesn't have a ton of action. We're going to go ahead and do here is discard this guy. He's not playing out lands, which is interesting. Here comes Endurance. Oh. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to stress about that. Yeah, we'll just start clocking with that guy too. Sure. You got it, dude. Yeah, I mean, you can start getting stuff out, but I'm going to control the board too. And you have to be kind of fearful about what I'm doing. I'm generally okay with this game state against this deck. I think I go and play this out because if I draw, if I keep drawing lands, we can always theoretically get Gristle Sprint out. I'm not going to crack them because I wanted to use Urborg for that. Alright, cool. We're 3-0. Pretty cool. Does anybody want to see another match, or should I wrap it up? I see there's a couple people on here. I don't mind if we do another, but if nobody's actually watching right now, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the night and leave it on a 3-0. Hey man, thanks for tuning in. I don't really care about the number of people watching. It's more about just making sure some people get to see. I like to brew these decks and I like to play them, so we try to throw these together occasionally. It's been some time for me, but thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, and feel free to stop by anytime. All right, everyone. Yeah, we'll call it there. I'm pretty happy with this for the evening. I would hang out longer, but my wife is asking to watch TV, and we don't have a big audience right now, so I'm gonna call it there, and peace.